back, everybody, to a brand new episode that, well, it's all gas, no trash. And today we're going to talk about the recent album drop of Snoop Dogg and Dr. Missionary. We might have to change this podcast to like the Rustled Your Jimmies podcast. Like,
Rustled Your
I feel like what we have to say is going to rustle a lot of Jimmies, but
no, I think it's very on
I think
par.
it's valid, but I think that people.
No, I don't. There's no defending this.
I agree, but there's people that just love this shit. But anyways, we'll get into it. My name's Josh. Here, I'm the sidekick, the fucking hanger on, the coattail rider. Meat writer, whatever you want to call it.
Damn, telling on yourself.
Hey, listen, man, I'm not afraid. I'm not ashamed of what I am. Okay, I've never hid that fact. You are the star of the show. That's just the bottom line. I think I say that every episode.
Yeah.
But anyways, Adam's here, also the star of the show.
I'm also here. Yeah.
Anyways, if you would like to go follow us on the social medias, you can follow us on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube at Game Rage Magazine. Also, you can follow this show and Adam at All Gas No Trash Official on Instagram.
On all platforms. That's Instagram, YouTube, and
everything.
Substack. So,
oh, by the way, I figured out Substack. You've been saying the address wrong. It's to find it. You got to go to substack.com/
I just said
at your username.
Oh, okay.
You left out the at before. So
but
like
even so, even if you Googled it, in most cases,
does it come up?
I think it would, yeah. But in any case, since we're already trying to set ourselves right about our tags and all that, yes, you are in fact correct that it is substack.com/ or I think it's / or backslash.
I think it's /
at All Gas No Trash Official. Find all the posts there that I've recently gotten the ball rolling on that shit, so expect more. Also, we're going to be adding thumbnails to this specific podcast because we need to make it more eye-grabbing. I know the auto-populated image that goes for the video itself, it's not all that appetizing, but we can't do anything about that. That's something that RSS.com does. So at the very least, we're going to give you a thumbnail to at least entice you to fucking come in. Yeah. So we got a couple, especially for these.
This one for sure. That one
for this one,
the episode logo or whatever that'll be on the screen at least. So and then also I made a Game Rage Substack. So substack.com / at Game Rage Magazine. Probably just be rantings and ravings fucking of a lunatic, essentially, is what I should have called it. But whatever. Anyways, so go there and subscribe and check that out. Also, what's funny, I meant to tell you this. There's a podcast section on there.
Oh, there is?
And I added a couple of our RSS links to the podcast things. I just did a Slice of Dice and BFN because those were just the first two that came up.
Yeah.
And in one day, we got 30 downloads just
really
on Substack. And I was like, that's probably bots, but whatever, I'll take it. Who cares? I haven't included it in the numbers yet, but maybe we'll start if I can get everything on there.
I'll see.
But anyways, okay, so Missionary, Dr. Dre, Snoop Dogg. I will say this.
Wait, before we even begin, I just have to point out this quote from Bane in The Dark Knight Rises, which I can't find because I can't fucking read. Peace has cost you your strength. Victory has defeated you.
Victory has defeated you.
Yeah.
Snoop Man.
Dude.
And Dr. Wait, what would Dr. Dre's like Batman world name be?
Who gives a shit?
I don't know, whatever. Anyways, good.
That is the summation of what this album is. Now, I didn't listen to it in its entirety because by the halfway point, I stopped giving a shit. And even long before that, I stopped giving a shit. But man, talk about people that should have just stayed retired. Because now that this is the capstone of their career, more than likely that they won't be revisiting making any more new music. Or fuck, maybe they revisit this shit at 70 years old. And I just don't know how much worse it'll get by then.
All right. I will say I agree with you 100% on that. I do think that this is a prime example of an artist outstaying their welcome.
Yes, indeed.
I mean, I read some shit about the album. This is their 30th anniversary or whatever, because they started in 1990, whatever, 5 or something.
Sure.
So 2025 or 2024, whatever. This is like their 30th anniversary. Snoop said when asked why he called this album Missionary is because, well, the first one was called Doggy Style.
Yeah.
Okay, that's funny. Sure, that's hilarious. Also, the album image is a fucking condom wrapper with a condom in it. That's also funny.
No,
I give
it's
him that.
not. I think it's a poor taste for a man.
It appeals to my inner juvenile delinquent. Okay, I give you, and then listen, I'll also say this too. I am a fucking Snoop Dogg and Dr. Dre fan. I enjoy their music. Now, this load of horse shit, I can't fucking believe either of them were cool with putting their name on this fucking thing.
You know what the worst part is? Check out the song credits, and you see that Death Row Aftermath, Interscope is on it as well. But these two, they've tarnished the name of fucking both of these record labels that, for many of us who listen to rap, have known for years as a staple of quality. That's all gone now.
Also, listen to this. Dr. Dre quoted as saying, "This one is going to show a different level of maturity with my music. I feel like this is some of the best music I've done in my career."
Of course,
if
he has
you
to say
fucking listen, you can't. If you think that, if you truly believe that in your heart of hearts, if you're not just saying this for a gimmick, you gotta be done. You gotta retire.
Yeah.
Like we need a fucking, I don't know who the Shawn Michaels of right now would be, but we need a Shawn Michaels sweet chin music to Ric Flair.
Oh my God.
If Kendrick Lamar needs to fucking sweet chin music Dr. Dre and put him out of his fucking misery.
Yes. That would be the tale that needs to be told for these two gentlemen. Double sweet chin music to both Dr. Dre and Snoop Dogg.
Yeah, take them out to pasture. I'll say this. Also, do you know how many songs on this album feature either what they're calling interpolation now, which apparently I looked it up because I had no idea what the fuck that word meant, but that's all over the Wikipedia page. Interpolation or some sort of sample from another song. Do you know how many out of the...
No, I don't. It's probably like 13 out of 15 or whatever.
It's 13 out of 16 songs are all basically just... like, for lack of a better term, it's like a rip-off cover of another song.
Yeah. I mean, okay.
But interpolation is a musical technique that involves incorporating a melody and parts of a melody from a previously recorded song into a new composition. So it's saying you're re-recording the melody instead of just directly sampling it. So it's basically sampling with extra steps. That's basically what interpolation is. But that's what is the new thing now.
It's 1 degree of separation from getting sued.
Yeah, basically. But also, there are some songs that have like 4 interpolations in them in the same fucking song.
Yeah.
It's like, are you fucking... Oh, yes, the answer is yes. They are high when they're making this. But what is the fucking point of this? Is it to put over all these other people? Not likely, because it's not like they really fucking dug down deep and got some unknown motherfuckers to get some samples from or to have introduced into their stuff. It's just Sting, which with the shit from like the police.
Yeah, Message in a Bottle.
Then you got fucking MIA with Paper Planes. That bitch don't need help from you.
Yeah, but that's the weird part, is that the chorus was basically ad-libbed, right? It's like the words were changed around. It's not the words that MIA used, right?
Yeah.
Okay, but MIA based more or less the song on Straight to Hell from The Clash, right? Mm-hmm. So it's like you're taking elements from one song, which that song in and of itself was taking elements of another song.
Right, yeah.
And it's like, fucking A, are you fucking kidding me? Like, this is how fucking lazy you are, is you have to steal from somebody that's stealing from somebody else?
Yeah, from somebody else, man. And what sucks, too, is, like, they didn't even credit... I mean, obviously, I guess you wouldn't have to credit The Clash or whatever, but they didn't credit them, and this is, like, taking a sample from... Because it's like, oh, no, we took it from MIA.
Yeah.
And Paper Planes. But, yeah, there's a lot of fucking... sampling in this whole album.
And I don't think it's problematic. I think it's kind of par for the course for rap itself or hip hop, right? To take something, but also put your own take on it through the lyrics and also the cadence which you speak, your flow or whatever it is. And that's what makes it new. But that's only in the case that you're bringing something new to the table. It's not just, I'm going to structure the song around things that already have existed. And all I'm going to do is just kind of
I'm just going to do my same shit that I always say, talking about hoes, talking about money, talking about drugs, talking about fucking and whooping ass. That's it. That's basically every song was about that. Yeah. Also, I'm also not a huge fucking Jelly Roll fan.
Yeah, what the fuck was that, dude?
I was like, the fuck is going on here? We got this song with fucking Jelly Roll, and it's like, the fuck are we doing?
Yeah.
Why does Jelly Roll need to be in on this? Like, I don't, like I said, I'm not a mark. I know there's a lot of people that mark out like a motherfucker for Jelly Roll, but okay, he can sing, he's got a good voice, but like, this is whatever. I don't know.
It's like DJ Khaled like pulling in the cavalry because he can't do anything himself. So it's like, how do I sell my own songs?
I gotta fucking get everybody else.
Let me get features.
Yeah, I think Eminem was in one of these fucking songs too.
Yeah, it was also 50 Cent.
Yeah, so I mean, yeah, it's.
Okay, so I think the reason that Eminem would do it is because
he's homies with Dre. Of course he's gonna do it.
Yeah, he's done his albums and shit. So it's like that's like the favor you ask of him. It's like you kind of. If you asked it of Eminem, if Dr. Dre was asking it of Eminem, hey, can you be on my album? Sure, why not? You made my career. Or, well, he didn't exactly make his career, but he definitely helped with producing his albums and shit. So,
yeah.
But it's like the content of the music itself. It's the gloating about, oh man, I went from fucking rags to riches to the baddest bitches, you know?
Yeah, we've heard that.
And I'm like, man, you're like 50 or 60 years old and you're still talking about how you came up. Good for you. I don't need to hear that shit anymore, dude. Like,
I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
I will say on as far as Google users go, 94% liked the album.
No, that's not possible.
It has a 4-star rating so far out of 64 ratings. The 1-star rating that is here, elevator music at best. that is what somebody said. I don't even know if it's that.
Yeah.
But
yeah, but it's like it's the
Jesus Christ.
What?
Fucking did Rolling Stone give it an actual no, I don't think they gave it an actual score. Anyway, sorry, go ahead. 3 stars, 5 fuck, the Independent gave it 5 stars.
That's not possible.
They're idiots. I would also say that this should really call into question
journalism.
Like, yes, are they? This makes me believe, are they just being paid to do this? As part of the marketing budget in releasing an album, do you say, okay, we're going to spend $50,000 or $100,000 on paying reviewers or reporters to give us good reviews and say nice things?
I think so. I think it's in line. I don't think any self-respecting journalist would take that money that would, critiques music or anything like that. But
that's the problem too with journalism, print media, and whatnot, and even this online media being sort of a dying art in terms of being able to get paid. A lot of these assholes take the money where they can get it, and if you've got a small following, and hey, Dr. Dre and Snoop Dogg, if you wanted to pay me $5,000, okay, cool. That's like a month's salary for the rest of us. That's a good month's salary for like normal people.
Yeah.
I gotta write one review and give them a 4.5 stars. Okay, cool. I can lie and just do that.
Yeah.
Most people, I think, say that.
Yeah.
And that's how we get these bogus ass weird reviews and all this like.
I don't know, man. You look on the subreddits and people don't have that same impression. Sure, whatever reviews you're looking at from publication.
Yeah, those are like actual publication reviews.
But you look at hip hop heads, at hip hop heads on the subreddit, the general reception's not good. It's like, I mean, they're calling into question Snoop Dogg and Dr. Dre, like saying, what the fuck, dude? Like, what is this garbage?
I mean, as they should. This was fucking quite hot garbage.
It's also I don't know what Dr. Dre was thinking as a producer, but the sampling and even the mixing and mastering or whatever the fuck, man, it's like super overproduced. Like it sounds too polished.
Yeah,
it's very odd. But man, Snoop Dogg sounds like a shadow of himself. Like this is him stepping into his rap persona, and like he can't even do himself.
Yeah, well,
He can't do himself.
I mean, okay, Snoop Dogg's in his early 50s. He's like, I think he's 53. Dr. Dre's gonna be 60 in February. All right, like.
Well, I wasn't finished, but.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead. I thought you were.
Dr. Dre. I mean, I think it's been said before that he doesn't want to do that G-Funk shit. I don't think he ever liked it, but it's what got him paid. But now, as somebody so far removed from that and trying to do whatever the fuck he is trying to do, man, he's completely out of touch with producing in general, and it's so dismal. I'm like, man, were you just a one-hit wonder in that 10-year span of, from like the 90s to the early 2000s that was the best you can do? Because now, as somebody that's kind of far removed from that, like, you haven't made anything that's really noteworthy. And if this is the end, dude, like, fuck, that's the end of your fucking legacy.
Yeah, what does that say about the rest of it? I mean, I'll give him this. Like, I wasn't really super into fucking Dr. Dre until he till the 2000 Chronic 2000, whatever the fuck it's called, 2001 Chronic or whatever. That album that like had the powerhouse fucking songs that was like the theme song of the 2000s.
Yeah, I mean, it was like
that cannot be denied.
Yeah.
However, at the end of the day, this stuff now 25 years later, if this is the best you got, might be time to hang it up.
Yeah.
Might be time to step aside. And listen, they're old men now. All right, that's another thing. They're old dudes. You're like getting ready to be in Social Security fucking collection age. All right, like when you're in that zone, do we as the listener, even though we grew up with this, but do we? It's like the Green Day thing. Do we still buy it? Do I buy it that you guys are out fucking slanging drugs and fucking popping caps? Not really.
Being hood and repping Crip shit and stuff.
And
no.
I mean, listen, I'm sure you guys are fucking bitches, but I mean, you're probably popping Viagra's like a motherfucker. I don't know.
Yeah,
like,
but it's like the Snoop Dogg. It's a counterpoint to the image that Snoop Dogg is portraying on T-Mobile commercials. Like, if I was T-Mobile and I saw that he put out this album called Missionary, one, it's kind of provocative in a sexual way, obviously.
Yeah.
But it kind of carries over into his brand persona.
I disagree with that.
You disagree
personally, with it? T-Mobile, if you hire Snoop Dogg, you know exactly what kind of a fucking brand affiliation you're getting. Snoop Dogg's associated with being a gangster, smoking shit tons of fucking drugs. All right.
Yes, but notice he doesn't allude to that, and they also don't show that.
Right, but you know that's what he represents. And so he can put this out and he shouldn't have to worry about anybody dropping him, because that's what you get when you have Snoop Dogg. You can't look at his body of work and what he's done and say, oh, you know what? That's going to be a great ambassador because, Snoop is real family friendly. Not correct.
Yes, but that's what he is now, is that he has been on the Olympics to do commentary and hasn't used foul words. He's kind of like a neutered version of himself. And then he puts out this album. Oh no, I'm still that person at 60 years old. Believe it.
Believe it.
Yeah. Believe it. You better believe it.
Snooperudo.
Yeah, dude. I'm not buying it, man. To put this album out and knowing that you're probably sitting in your $100 million mansion and you're saying you're still that gangster, you're still that guy from the LBC and all that shit, man. You just need to call it quits. Like,
also, I'm gonna add this in here too. Snoop Dogg is a multi-millionaire. Doesn't matter Snoop Dogg's not a fucking gangster like the rest of you that fucking think he is. Okay,
yeah.
None of you fuckers that he's rapping shit about, none of you can relate to this.
Not anymore. He can't even believe his own bullshit.
I think that's why this shit sucks.
Yeah,
because I think that there's no heart behind it because he knows it's a lie. It's not true. And it's just not like it was. So I I think that they need to just realize, hey, we're not main characters anymore. We're the older,
sellouts.
Well, yeah, you're the sellouts, but now your role in the industry is you are the older enhancement talent who is there to fucking put over the next generation.
Yeah.
And to use your fame and fortunes to help unknowns that are actually breaking ground and trying new shit and doing extra excellent things. It's to help them propel forward when no one would give them an hour. That's what Aftermath and fucking why did I just blank on the name of the other goddamn
Death Row?
Yeah, that's what they should be focusing on. Not dumping a bunch of money so that Dre and Snoop can make a new fucking shitty ass album.
Yeah.
Because it took they invested 2.5 years of time into this.
What were they doing?
Let alone how, you know what they were doing? They were figuring out which songs they wanted to steal and fucking smoking all the budget away. Which, listen, I'm not against that. I'm okay with them doing that, but just don't put out an album and charge people money for it. Make this shit free. Put it out on fucking SoundCloud.
Oh man, this fucks over so many people in general. Themselves, Aftermath, Death Row Records, the fans.
Yep.
It's over, dude.
Yep.
There's this stereotype that West Coast rappers at the end of their career just shit themselves, like Ice Cube and any other name that you can think of. And I'm starting to believe it with these two. I'm like, man,
Ice Cube could have been the anomaly.
I think what ends up happening is that at some point Kendrick Lamar is going to go down this road. Aside from the point that I'm trying to make, Snoop Dogg, to me, what he is now is, if you are familiar with Gene Simmons from Kiss, who's somebody that used to plant his name over like any product and any brand, and he ended up buying an arena football team. Oh, yeah. That is what Snoop Dogg is becoming to rap. He's becoming the massive sellout that will put his name on anything to make millions of dollars. But getting back to the Kendrick Lamar point, I think it's entirely possible that while Kendrick Lamar is the pinnacle of West Coast rap and all that shit, that he will be just as susceptible to the same bullshit that Snoop Dogg did, because now it's a stereotype, and now I'm starting to believe it.
Yeah, I think that just like they say, the Reaper comes for us all.
Yeah.
The career Reaper comes for us all as well, and everybody has that time. They have that jump the shark moment, right? That Happy Days reference of jumping the shark. Yeah. And this was 100% Snoop and Dre jumping the shark, man. This is it for them. This it is now, anything they do after this is now whack. It's bullshit. It's fake. It's ass.
Yeah.
And I don't know if there's any recovering from it. For them, probably, because they're multimillionaires. They don't give a fuck.
Yeah, this is inconsequential to them, but for people that appreciate music and expected more of them, probably the last time they'll probably be listening to either of them.
Yep, I will only be, well, I mean, listen, I can't not listen to the old stuff, but this is it. This is no more new stuff from these assholes ever again.
Yeah.
They have officially turned me off, but what's unfortunate is, I'm sure the next album they make in 2026, we're gonna fucking be listening to, or 2028. I'm sure, just to hear and yell about it. Yeah. But fuck, man.
And also to make the fucking album art a condom.
That's fucking hilarious. I gotta give them that.
Nah, it's not that funny.
And they put oral pleasure, AURA, or audio oral pleasure. Like, that's funny.
Nah.
That's a play on words. I appreciate that. I give them credit for that. This is the best part of this whole fucking shit show.
Imagine being the son of Snoop Dogg and your dad is trying to be that guy that thinks he still got it, and he puts out an album with the condom wrapper as the album art. I'd be kicking my own ass.
Listen, maybe he is. I think he's on this album too, actually. Yeah, I don't
have anything else to say.
Also, it is hypocritical because I doubt that Snoop Dogg ever wore a condom once in his entire life. So.
Yeah, well, he definitely fucked it. Doggy style, one might say.
Yeah, indeed. Anyway, all right. Fuck, do you got anything else to add? 0 out of 10. This thing sucks.
Oh, -3.
-5. Yeah, -100.
Between, shit, Joey Valence and Bray might have been the worst thing that we listened to, possibly. And this by far might exceed that as probably one of the worst things probably the worst thing we listened to in 2024.
Oh yeah, 100%. This is the worst fucking thing we've listened to this year. 100%. But yeah. So, anyways, all right. Well, fuck. I guess that'll be the end of it here. So, if you want, go check out more of our shit. Social media, Game Rage Magazine, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. You can also follow Adam at All Gas No Trash Official on Instagram. Also check out substack.com/at All Gas No Trash Official and do the same thing, but at Game Rage Magazine. Subscribe there. You can see all of our fucking rantings and whatnot. So anyways, all right, well, that does it for us. I guess we'll catch you guys on the next one.